Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of Smith in the Black, the Strat Time Report, and SPY coming in a little bit here after the inflation report, and we're hoping for more of a smackdown here to get this 2 up day, 2 down, but you can see doji on the day because we have a mixed bag going on. We're still an inside month, all right? So the question here, as I talked about, Strat attacks are going to be weak enough to come after these guys. That February 24th bars that we've been focusing on. But right now, chop shop back and forth here is the SPY. Grinder yesterday, now gap down 2, but stock, right? And so you can see here in the 15er, let's go to the 60 here, stuck in here. How are we going to get out of this? We're going to take out that first or that first, and that's what we want to know. We've got a new 60 right now, but things a little bit mixed up, as you'll see here. If we go to QQQ, and the Q's a little weaker, it's a little redder, but it sucks. Remember, that's 2 weeks. We really want to get those things cranking, but still an inside month. So right now you got the Q's inside on the 60, right? So I'm going to know about either side of that, right? And you're closer to taking the upside, but we'll see. We got a new 60, and once again, looking for this stuff here. If we can get that, hopefully we can get another one of these kind of days here, maybe this afternoon or tomorrow, but we'll see because we do have a mixed bag. There's some up and some down, and that's what gives you the equilibrium futures doing nothing. So if we go to the Dow Jones Diamonds, and diamonds gap down but green on the day, so you can see all this conflict that's going on here. We're still 2 down on the week and still an inside month, right? So we want to see, watching these new 60s, right, who's going to take over here. If you go to the small cappers also 2 down but green. It's no good. Like, we want these nice long red and green bars, and we don't have them. All right, still an inside month. We're going to be aware of that. Okay, so on the upside, coming back here a little bit, some of the energies. Halliburton, there we go. Hammer, counter, shooter day. The 2-2-2 day, and that's good, right? Because you're still green on the month. You're still green on the week. Going into the recent highs, that's exhaustion risk. But they took it down, and now they brought it back up. If you go to 30, I believe the opening 30, inside 30 to the upside, still trying to go there. That tells us to look at OIH, and OIH is trying. It's barely up on that, a little bit, 2 down, 2 up. If we go to NOV, maybe, nope, still inside. And slob here, still handily inside. So if those two could start to take those days, that would get more of my attention. Over there, you got some of the other ones here, because crude is doing nothing. Here, crude inside day and negative, so you're not getting the commod help out of that. If we go to XLE, still trying to go 2 down, 2 up, barely, but we'll see. PXD here, inside day to the upside. EOG, all your faves, there's, you go a little better. And this we like because you have the outside day, the poke down, and now the 3-2-2 coming back up, right? That's good, right? So hopefully, still doji on the week, however, so we'll see how that goes. Conoco, also the 3-2-2 above that, right? So still red on the week for right now, but at least you got some stopping them out and now trying to come back up. If we go to some of the trannies, transports, gap down but come back. You can see that right away on the IYT. Still an inside month, the problem, but the good thing about, any sectors, you can go and see who that is, because it's the rails. Norfolk Southern here, trying for an outside day. Still big red on the week in conflict, and that's been a problem for a lot of things. If you go to CSX, also trying to go for that in conflict. Union Pac, little better because you're still inside month, and you did get your outside day, but we'll see. Follow through hard to come by in this market. If we go to EBIX, nice opening ripper. We'll see if that sets up again, because once you get stuck in here, now you got an inside 60. So that gets my attention here, all right? Chop them up, but good in here in the monthly and the weekly, and then to see it hits exhaustion risk by taking these guys out and then stalls out. So we want to see if these buyers step back in or back off here off those 60s. Market coming in here on the new 60, just a tad. If you go here, you can see this SPY going red on the new 60, and on the 5-er, 2-2 reversal on the 5-minute to start off the new, to finish off and start off the new hour. We'll be aware of that. Q's, how you doing here, buddy? Q's pulling here too, so Q's a little weaker because they're red on the day. And we can go back to that 60. See if you can get outside of this thing. All right, if we go to AMR. AMR having a nice little day here. 2-2, and these two becoming outside bar of all that, but you go into exhaustion risk here by going into new highs, right? So the goal was just to take this out, which it did. So the question is these buyers going to step up, or is this going to be a Rev Strat 60 and bring it back in? If we go to AGRI, little shenaniganer, you can see that new 60 pulls in, inside month to the upside. You can see it has these spikes, so we'll see what goes on here. If we can get it inside 60 or get any new signals later in the day. If we go to SFIX, and SFIX, like I said, some people stay on the gap list for more than a day, and so you can see this here. 2 down but green and closer to being back up. 2-2 reversal on the day. 2 down, 2 up, SFIX. Then you can get your inside 60 here. There's a 3-1-2 to the upside. We'll see if anything more comes of that. XME, inflation guys, up a little bit on the 2-2 and your CLF. Your CLF, 2 down, 2 up. Still inside month to the upside, albeit it hit magnitude by going into the highs, and doji on the week, a bit of a problem. All right, we're pulling them in here, folks. If we go to the gap list, fossil. Look at this baby. Some people ask me what a kicking pattern is this. This is textbook. Almost all green and then gap below it. That's death, right? And so talked about this morning is like you can do a continuity entry because this is in trouble. Bad. So you can see this here, this small shadow wick. When it poked up there and then hit red again, you can hit it right there. And down she goes, and hard. And if you go to the 30, you'll see this. There's another entry like here. The 2 down, the 2 up, boom, down she goes right there. How's the 15er looking? 15er here. 2 down, 2 up, boom. Right there you're in, and down she goes. So fossil in all sorts of trouble. We got some XLP having some problems here. So we're always looking for the sectors. Inside day to the downside XLP. Rallies back a little bit here with the market, so we'll see what that 60 looks like. Here, all right, we'll see, had a 2 down, now potential 3. If we go to Pepsi getting hit again. It's coming down, so we'll see if that sets up again for us. Right now in the 30, you'd see this. The 2 down, the 2 up. If we can take this out in the next 30 minutes, that's below 153.72. There's your reversal back down. If we go to Procter & Gamble, inside day to the downside, taking out last month's lows. Inside week to the downside like the Pepsi. Just having all sorts of problems in here. We'll see if that 30-60 sets up again for us over there. Kimberly-Clark. Here, that looks like an inside 30. Having problems, once again, taking out all the month lows. Inside week to the downside, getting hit. How's Mondelez? Mondelez. Also taking out last month's lows and inside day to the downside. Soon here. If we go to MU, and MU 2 day up and 2 down, right? Expanding this 3-2 on the week inside month to the downside, and right here, triangle day out. 2 up, and now if you can get this below here, 74.31, you're there. That's a 2-2 reversal on the 30. If we go to TWLO, the 2 up, the 2 down day, right? Taking out last month's low, still having problems. We'll see if that sets up in here. How's the 60? Inside on the 60 right now. If we go to IBM, potential outside week now. Still an inside month, but you have that inside day. The outside day 3, the inside day and down, coming back through a previous range. That's what we want to see. So if we go to W, and W, yeah, still an inside month, but like a lot of things, the 2 weaker to the downside, right? Now you got that daily. Want to stay below all this stuff as you triangulate out here, higher high, now you have your lower lows. So we'll see if that sets up. You got an inside 60 there as well to keep an eye on. If you go to Coop, and Coop, inside on the 60 like a lot of things, but here's that 2 up, 2 down day, right? Hammer, shooter down on the week. We'd like to see that get a little redder because you're still inside on the month. So we'll see. It's going to be an interesting afternoon and certainly an interesting Friday for you want to hold them over the weekend now, do you? UPST. And UPST, you're going to see the 2 up, 2 down day, right? For these two to become an outside bar of that. And hopefully worse because you've got the Rev Strat kicking in here. Inside week. Slight higher high, the Rev Strat here, and potential outside month. Still an inside 60. We've got a couple of bios here. BIIB, inside day to the downside, outside week, and this thing's been in trouble for a long time. So we'll see if that sets up again for us. 60 goes into the lows. If we go to GILD, GILD having all sorts of problems, and you can see on the monthly coming back through all this stuff. Looking to take these guys out here, 55.98. So you got a little bit more room on the downside potentially there. If we go to ACMR gapper, ACMR now trying to come back up to 260. They hit it pretty good, but you did have this on the way down on the 30. Inside 30 to the downside. Now going to triangulate out. We'll see if that sets up again. If you go to Teslas, Tesla Rev Strat 30, inside bar, poke up, boom, down she goes, reconfirming that 2-2 daily reversal. 2 up, 2 down. Still handling an inside month, and we'd like to get a little deeper to break in this week, but there she blows right there in all its glory, the Rev Strat 30. If we go to ZM, ZM trying to go 2 up, 2 down on the 60. Inside day to the downside. It's also inside year to the downside. And just been having all sorts of problems for a very long time. And so far, that has not stopped. So you have exhaustion risk by going into lows. But ZM's still in trouble so far as we know. If you go to ZLab, and ZLab, 2 up, 2 down reversal on the day, inside month to the downside, just some exhaustion risk on the week going into these lows, and now trying to recover just a tad. We'll go to that 60 and 2-2 reversal on the 60. We'll see if that sets up again too. If we go to TTD, 2 up, 2 down, inside month and down. The 3-2 weaker, and it hits magnitude, so we'll see if there's any more to it. To the downside. We're keeping an eye on some solars here too. CSIQ, how you doing, buddy? Trying to go 2 up, 2 down on the day. Still, we're looking for these on the upside, but any given day, when you see a certain sector doing the same thing, like Sedge goes inside day to the downside. How's FSLR? Takes the inside day, not totally getting killed, but you guys want to keep an eye on the sectors because that tells you when they're doing things across the sector. Right now, keeping an eye on these Qs here, getting a little closer, still an inside 60, but Qs, handily, still that 2 up, 2 down week. So Qs are big hope for getting hit here if they're going to take them down. But that's why we play the game. All right, we got Apple coming down here too. Apple, 2 up, 2 down, right? Once again, that shooter counters hammer. Is that something we'd want to know about? It is. Still an inside month though, but you can see Apple also has a little bit more room to take this stuff out. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, Smith the Black, Strat Time Report.